Peace, 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 peace and love. I hope everybody's having a blessed one. Is your boy M. Dot, the Tax and Credit Jedi. I'm back on this Tax Thursday. What is poppin'? What is poppin', slime? What is up, y'all? Happy Thursday to y'all. Peace and love. Share this with 5 people and hit done. We back on Tax Thursday to chop it up about some more tax topics. Today's topic, I will be breaking down the standard mileage and actual expense deductions. This is for people that use their car for business. Whether you're a truck driver, whether you do Uber Eats, whether you do DoorDash, whatever you do, using your car as an expense. These are the deductions you need to look for. So we back. Welcome to Tax Thursday. Please share this with 5 people and hit done. Coming here every Thursday, chopping it up with y'all on some tax knowledge, especially for my business owners out there, my people that's looking to become business owners, my people doing side jobs. This is for you. These are tax knowledge for you, or basic knowledge for the regular taxpayer in the world. This is basic tax knowledge for you. So today I'm chopping it up again about using your car in business. Okay? So first things first. If you use your car 100% of the time for business, then you have a lot of deductions going your way. You have a lot of write-offs that could come your way. Even if you use your car half of the time, you have deductions going your way. So basically, without further ado, let's jump into it. All right. So the standard mileage deduction. Let's talk about that. So the standard mileage deduction is basically you get a tax deduction off the mileage you use your car or vehicle or business vehicle. So between the year IRS likes to either decrease it or increase it on the percentage or the cents, because it's basically you taking a cent. So in 2019, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was 58 cents per mile that you could deduct only when you're using your car for business. Okay? So when you're using your car, you got to keep in mind, when you're using it for business, whenever you're using it for business, you could get that deduction. All right. So basically, it's self-explanatory. You get a deduction for every mile you use for your business. So that means if you're going from here to here, there to there, and it's business oriented, you could take the standards mileage deduction. This is really beneficial for people that's, in my opinion, again, everybody's situation is different. Some people use their car 100%. Some people use it half the time. Some people don't use their car, period. You get what I'm trying to say? So it depends on your situation. So if I was dealing with somebody in a certain situation that was using their car for half business and half personal, because you could only deduct the time that you use your car for business. So don't go crazy and think every time you use your car, whether you're doing a personal grocery shopping task, you going to do some errands over here, you going to meet up with your homegirls or homeboys over here, you could write that off as a business deduction, as a business expense. It's really not. It's not. It's only when you're using your car. So, for example, if you're down with one of these apps, these gig apps, which has grown since the pandemic, Uber Eats, what's another one? DoorDash, What's another one? Amazon Flex. What's another one? Give me another one. Anybody, give me another one. I keep forgetting the one when you go shopping for somebody and you bring it to the crib and stuff like that. Walmart. All that stuff. If you're using it for business, my suggestion is you could take the standard mileage deduction. You could take the standard mileage deduction. There's not a lot of record keeping. You don't have to keep up with a bunch of records. Download QuickBooks or certain accounting software or app that tracks your mileage for business. That way, when you hand over your information that you did for business to one of your CPA, tax advisor, tax preparer, or whatever the case, whatever you want to call the person, they will give you that deduction based off the percentage of the mileage you use for business. So if you're using your car for one of these ventures that I just mentioned, I think the standard mileage deduction is perfect for you. It's perfect for you because you're using the car just some of the time for business, not all the time. Follow me? Put one in the chat if you're following me, if you understand where I'm going with this. So, and I'm going to explain to both of them because the actual expense is way more different than the standard mileage deduction. You only taking a cent. So I don't know what's the exact cent for this year in 2025, between 2024 and 2025. But I know in 2019, it was 58 cents a mile that you could take the deduction for. So what makes it different from the actual expense, you could take a deduction for the whole car, the actual expenses that it takes for you to do what you do. Yeah, if you use your car for 50% of the time, you can use it. But like I said, it depends on your situation. It always depends on your situation. Because if you was coming to me, I would say, yo, listen, how much time do you use your car for business? How much times? Do you use it 50% of the time or 100% of the time? If you use it for 100% of the time, bro or sis, listen here. The deduction that you should be aiming for is the actual expense where you could write off gas, maintenance, all types of shit you could write off with the actual expenses, and is a way larger tax write-off than the standard mileage, because now you're deducting the whole enchilada, the whole car, everything that it takes for you. Again, like I said to you last week, anything that's ordinary and necessary to operate whatever you're doing business-wise, sis, bro, listen up. You could deduct it. So that means the actual expense for the car for you to operate and move, you could deduct it. And this is a larger deduction compared to the standard mileage deduction. And everything that you could do in the actual expense, you cannot do for the standard, and you cannot do them both at the same time. That's one of the disadvantages. You can't use it. You have to select one and rock with one. You have to select one and rock out with one. So you have to be mindful on who you talking to and what are you doing when it comes to these situations. If you're using your car for a business, you could write that shit off. But it's all about who you chop it up with to let you know which one is the best route for you. See, and then the actual expense leads into a tax code called Section 179. You can look this up yourself. Section 179, when you could actually take a deduction for the second you place your vehicle in service. You could write off the whole expense of the car. The whole expense of the car. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Go look it up. You could Google Section 179. You're able to write off the whole expense of the car. This is dope for anybody that's independently using your car for business, operating your business, truck drivers, but it also have to be qualified. You also have to have qualifications in order to get this type of deduction. You get what I'm saying? Actual expenses also leads into either regular or bonus depreciation. Remember I was talking to you about depreciation last week. Depreciation is the king of all deductions. That means you could get a portion of what you spent on the car over the lifespan of whatever you're doing. Whatever, we're talking about cars. So the lifespan of the car, you're able to get that, recoup that. So be mindful on which one you're going to choose and which one you're going to select. Be mindful of how much times you use your car for business. Is it 50%, 25%? Is it 100%? You follow me? If you following me and it's not going over your head, please put a 1 in the chat so you pick up what I'm putting down. I don't just want to be just saying anything to you. But if you have a W-2, well, W-2, you cannot write off. This is only for business. If you have a W-2, now, the way I would finesse it with the W-2, I have a W-2 job, but I do side gigs. The side gigs, I will be taking certain deductions off of the car to lower my tax liability on my W-2 earnings, making it either be a larger refund or me not paying no money in taxes or paying real less in taxes. That's the advantage that you can use when you have a car and you work a W-2, but you do a side gig on the side, or you do something on the side. And that side thing requires you to use your car at least half of the time. So you could take a 50% deduction, and that 50% deduction will lower your gross income, meaning that you either going to get a higher refund, lower tax bill, or pay nothing in taxes, period. But using your car daily for sales, if you're using your car daily for sales, now when you say sales, what do you mean? Are you delivering? Are you delivering what you're doing? Is it one car you have? Is it 2 cars you have? Is one car doing the selling? Is one car doing the personal thing? This is why you have to be very mindful. You have to spit the facts to capitalize off the tax. So if you're selling something out your car and you're driving around delivering, that's what I'm going to guess. That's what I'm going to guess what you mean, that you're delivering and selling stuff. Is that all the time? I'm going to ask you that question as a tax specialist. I'm going to ask you that question. Is it something you're doing all the time? Is it 100% or is it 50%? So what you mean if you're not delivering? What do you mean? Please specify. But I'm gonna continue on what I was explaining. So if you use it 50% of the time, 100% of the time, then we could talk. Then we could start figuring out how we're gonna, you feel me, leverage and capitalize off what you're doing. So if you're selling if you're selling whatever coming out your car, if you're moving around and operating a business out of your car, you have to take like either 50%, because 9 out of 10, you're probably using your car for personal stuff, and this is only a sometimes type of thing when you're using, or half and half. So I will personally tell you, let's do the standard mileage deduction. That way you're getting a deduction, you're getting a nice write-off. But that write-off is leading to you, because you're only using the car 50% of the time. It's not always for business. So, like, back to what I was saying. So, I am selling items or delivering at a later date. I work 8 to 5. Okay. Is that your W-2 job you're doing that for? Or is that your personal thing? Because if it's a W-2 job, you should be getting paid for that or getting reimbursed for that if you have to use it, and it should be in the job thing. It should be in your job description or whatever the case may be, or talk to the big homie that hired you or whatever and let them know, am I getting reimbursed for using my car? Okay, it's a W-2 job, so that's totally different. If you're doing something out your personal car for a W-2 job, that's a whole different type of ball game. There is a section where you can write off some of the expenses that you use your car for, the actual W-2 job, but that's a whole conversation within itself. But if you're doing something with your W-2 job where it requires you to use your car, 9 out of 10, the W-2 job is already giving you the money, already giving you money for using your car. And that's something that you have to talk to your big homie at the job. Like, hey, am I being reimbursed for my gas? Am I being reimbursed for tolls? Am I being reimbursed for parking tickets or whatever the occasion may be? But if you're using it for W-2, this is totally different compared to using it for business. So I hope that answers your question. But moving forward, the actual expense, like I said, you could take the whole deduction of the car and gas and maintenance and repairs and tolls and parking stuff and stuff like that. Also, another thing, let me not go too far ahead, but understanding mileage deduction, there are certain things that you can write off, but it's not as crazy as the actual expense. So you can write off certain parking, you can write off certain things, but again, you have to, it's based on your situation. So back at it, the actual expense is something that you need to really tap into if you use your car for 100%. Also, that qualifies you for Section 179, like I was telling you. But also, you have certain qualifications in there. 6,000 pounds your car must weigh. 9 out of 10, a lot of these cars already weigh some things in that nature. You could actually write off the expense as soon as you buy the car off the lot. You could recoup all that. You could recoup all of that. The second you get that, you could recoup that right back with the actual expense. You could go using the actual expense leads you to doing depreciation. Like I told you before, depreciation is the king of all deductions. You could recoup a percentage of what you spend on the lifeline of a car or anything in that nature. I don't remember off the top of my dome, to be honest with you, the lifespan of using a car and how much you could how long you could take that depreciation tax. When I find that, I'm definitely gonna post that up and let y'all know. But like I was telling you, that helps you qualify for bonus depreciation, regular depreciation, whether it be all of that. But if you use the standard mileage deduction, that cancels you out. So you have to be very wise on which one you use and which one you operate with. So again, like I said, to wrap this kind of all up, because it's not really it's a self-explanatory topic. It's nothing to really go deep in depth into really explaining, unless you're chopping it up with me on a personal level based off your situation. So to wrap this all up, the standard mileage deduction is what it says. It's the mileage you use when you're doing business with your vehicle. And that's the amount that you can deduct. Again, back in 2019, it was 58 cents a mile that you could deduct off the car. These years, I don't really know. I will definitely look it up, and that's another thing that I will post up if you in the comments or anything like that. When I post this up, I'll put that in the comments to let everybody know that's in this video, that's in this live, and that's just gonna watch this live after. I will definitely post that up. But it's self-explanatory. You just could deduct the mileage you use for business using your vehicle. And the smart thing to do if you're doing that is to get one of these apps. QuickBooks does it. You have Wave Accounting. You have other apps that you could tap into that could track your mileage that you use for business. And that same documentation, that same information is the same information that you will give your tax preparer, tax specialist, or CPA to get that write-off, to get that deduction just off the miles you use. Now, the big boy, the annual expenses, the actual, not annual, the actual expenses, excuse me, for your car, you could write the whole enchilada off. The whole shit off. You could write the whole shit off again. You follow me? You could write off the maintenance, the gas, the repairs, everything. And that selection leads you to more selections, which is depreciation, bonus and regular. Section 179. Again, after you get off of here, go Google and you will see what I'm talking about. Go to the IRS website, put in section 179. You will see what I'm talking about. You could deduct and recoup everything that you spent on the car. Everything. So the reason why I'm giving you these games is to start. We all hate taxes. I'm just going to put it out there. We all hate taxes. But we all hate something that we don't really understand. Follow me? We hate what we don't understand. So, but once you understand the game and understand how to play the game, now we're rocking out. Now you rocking out. Follow me? Now you rocking out. So basically what I'm trying to say is I'm giving you this game so you can start living more tax-free. You could start putting into play certain plays to live more tax-free. All right. I have my car. I use my car to go shopping and doing all that other stuff. Facts. Financial literacy is yes. Yes, this is dope. Thank you. I appreciate you. It's a fact. This financial literacy is the only thing that's going to get us free, set us free. Like I keep telling everybody, section 179. Look up section 179. There's certain qualifications. One of the qualifications, your car must weigh 6,000 pounds. But other than that, like I said, this is for my truck drivers, independent contractors using their car. You could use that deduction and write off all of the whole shit and get back your money. So now when you go to the car dealership, now you're moving with a different type of mentality. All right. How much this car weigh? What I'm going to use this car to do? How I'm going to recoup this bread? Facts. You could write things off and use your credit, and that's a fact. Those are the two major things, and I keep saying that. Those are the two major things. If you're trying to get to Wealth Boulevard, you got to go down Tax Street. You got to go down Credit Street. You cannot get to Wealth Boulevard without passing these streets. So between tax and credit, these are the two things that I suggest everybody start picking up a book and learning. You know what I'm saying? And once you start tapping in, it trust and believe. It doesn't get that hard, and you can start implementing this shit to your life. Start implementing this shit to your life. This is why I come here every Tax Thursday to hit you with some game. So like I was saying, you will go into the car dealership moving a little different, maneuvering a little different. I'm going to get this car, knowing what I'm going to use this car for. Okay. The payments. Oh yeah, you can write off the payments of the car. Your interest, the interest payments of the car. You could write this shit off. If I'm lying, I'm flying. If I'm lying, I'm flying, bro. And like I said, bro, sis, go do your own research. I'm just a messenger. I'm just a messenger. That I'm going to deliver this message to my people. Why? Because we all deserve to be tax-free, financially free, financially stable, financially secured for you and your family and generations to come. It's a fact. So now what I'm saying is if you notice now, you move a little bit different. You cop the car. Now you cop the car. Now if you really want to get freaky with the whole shit, you could put the car in your business. You could put the car in your business, under your business. Now we really wilding. You could put it under your business. And once you put the car under your business, it's a write-off. Even if the car is in your personal name, you could still capitalize off of this. But I'm just giving you like a certain mentality to start working with. If you have an LLC, A lot of these car dealerships allow you to purchase the car in your business name. In your business name. Now you could catch those write-offs. That's one. You could catch those write-offs. And for two, you have no personal liabilities on your personal credit. I'm not even tapping into credit yet. I'll tap into credit in some other in the future, but now you have no personal items on your fucking credit. So now your debt to ratio's down. Now your credit score is up. You don't have this shit reporting on your credit because why? It's in your business. So you just capitalize off of credit and you just capitalize off of taxes because you could write the shit off. You could write the shit off. So just be mindful of what are you doing in your everyday life, because your everyday life, we're getting taxed for everything. Income tax, state tax, property tax, land tax. The taxes go on. Uncle Sam wants his guap. Uncle Sam wants his guap. I once heard this quote before. Like, a lion is not going to tell a gazelle how to escape. You're my lunch. You're my lunch. A lion is not going to tell a gazelle how to escape. But if you figure out how to escape, that's on you. So in other words, what I'm trying to say is, if you learn the game, they're not going to give you the game. Some of us been to school for thousands of years, and you're not getting no game. Most of the game that people been getting is on the internet, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. And sometimes that shit be fluff because people just be out here trying to just get some likes and get attention. Me, I'm trying to spark the minds of millions, bro. Sis, I'm just trying to spark the minds of millions. In the words of my boy Tupac, I'm just trying to spark the movement. That's it. I'm just trying to change the trajectory of a lot of y'all lives and how y'all think and how y'all move. You could like me, hate me, love me today, hate me tomorrow. It's your business. At the end of the day, I'm going to keep coming here on Tax Thursday. I'm going to keep dropping that knowledge because you deserve to know. You deserve to know. And one of the knowledges I specialize in is tax and credit. So welcome to Tax Thursday. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Come on Thursday, holla at me. Between the hours of 9 and 12, you're going to catch me here. Turn your notifications on. Just move a little bit different. Just think a little bit more different when you're moving around and you grooving and you doing your thing. You following me? To try to live more tax-free because you're getting taxed on everything. So again, to wrap this up, standing mileage deduction is self-explanatory. You could deduct the mileage you use for your business. It all depends on how you use your business. So please, tap in with a CPA, tap in with a tax advisor, and let them know your situation. Everybody's situation is different. But capitalize off one of these because you're spending guap for the car anyway. Why not get some money back for it? You're spending guap on the car anyway. Why not get some guap for it? One more time. You're spending guap on the car. Why not get some money back for it? Actual expense. You could deduct the actual expense. It's what it says. Anything that's ordinary and necessary to operate your business, you could write off. So again, the actual expense means the maintenance, the gas, the repairs, the interest payments, the payments, the whole thing. The whole thing. And when you do the actual expense now, that leads you down the rabbit hole of depreciation, bonus, and regular, section 179. And this leads you down the rabbit hole that you could take advantage of all of this shit. So start trying to make your daily life a tax deductible life, a tax write-off. Recoup the bread that you've been spending, sis, bro. Recoup recoup it. Next week I probably chop it up and talk about Home deductions. Now you writing off your home expenses because you work from home. This is what you use in your card. I'm trying to tell you, man, if I'm lying, I'm flying. The tax code got a bunch of secrets and cheat codes that the 1% use on a daily basis. Is a difference. Is a difference of mentality. You gotta change your mentality and start thinking on the rich self of you. Because all of us have a rich soul inside of us that tell us, like, yo, you belong here. But it's all about tapping in. It's your mindset. You gotta tap in. Tap in or stay lost. Tap in or stay lost. So, like I said, I'm coming here every Thursday to show you give you some game about taxes, show you how to move a little bit more different on your daily life. And I hope this helped. I hope this helped. I hope this helped somebody. And please share this with a friend. Give this to somebody. I'm putting down the video. I'm gonna put this video out so you can recoup and watch it again. But like I said, standard mileage deduction, you could deduct the standard mileage that you use for your business. Actual expenses is you could deduct the whole enchilada. All right? So look into that. Tap into that. I love y'all. Turn your notifications on. I'm here between the hours of 9 and 12. Most likely I'm gonna have to set an hour so everybody's on the same page. I'm thinking 11 o'clock might be suitable for me. Hope it's suitable for you. Again, I hope this helped. Peace, love, and light to you. You have a blessed one. Let's leverage this shit. Financial literacy is the best literacy. Because you ain't learning that shit in school. Your kids, none of us is learning this shit in school. Financial literacy is the best literacy. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge is power, but God is implementation, bro. God is basically with taking the knowledge and implementing it in your life. That's God. That's when God start working. Knowledge is power, but implementation is God, bro. Sis. All right? So, I love y'all. Peace. Tap in, turn your notifications every Thursday. Hope this helped. 1.